Hello, everyone. Um, Thank you for joining me in this Introduction to Confluence webinar. My name is Tony Hartsfield. I am a certified Atlassian professional, and I'm also a consultant with Valiantys. Valiantys is a platinum solution partner with Atlassian. I'll talk more about shameless self-promotion later. We're going to be here for the next hour or so. Uh, and try to take as much of a dive into Confluence as we can. I'm not going to kid you. I'm going to cover a lot of material in a short amount of time just so that you can see all of the features that Confluence has to offer you. So we're going to start with just some of the basics uh, with creating some content. And then after we see some of those features, we'll see how that could be leveraged into how to use Confluence within your organization. So today we're going to first off talk about what is Confluence, looking at its editing capabilities, how that can be used to create customized reporting or a content portal. Over the last year or two, um, Confluence has introduced some new features with the Confluence Cloud solution. And so I want to make sure I at least touch on a couple of those things. One of the things that most time we discover when we look at all the features that Confluence can offer, the next question is, well, how am I supposed to use this wisely within my organization? So I'm going to touch briefly on governance, and then hopefully we have some time at the end of the session for you to be able to um, ask questions. There is a Q&A node in this webinar, and feel free to use that, and I'll take a look at those at the end of it. Um, so with our arms and legs safely inside the webinar window, let's get started. First off, what is Confluence? Well, Confluence is a it's Atlassian's wiki style editing tool, and it can do a couple different things. One, it can be a documentation tool for um, your policies, your procedures, your team efforts, your projects, etc. Um, it can also be just an information sharing portal. So things like your different departments in your organization, HR, accounting, marketing, it can be their place for sharing information there. Um, we'll also see that I'll show a couple of examples of how it really is a powerful reporting tool. While your work might be taking place in Jira, Confluence might be the place where you share that information with those that are interested in the projects themselves. And then if you happen to be using Jira Service Management as well in your Atlassian ecosphere, then Confluence is where you house the knowledge base articles that go with that JSM project, so that when one of your customers is going to the help portal and they begin to fill out a request, those knowledge base articles can be surfaced during the request and hopefully give the customer the information they need without fulfilling the request. Your um, your help desk agents also use the knowledge base to tap into the articles for finding solutions or sharing solutions with the customers as well. So and it works seamlessly between Jira and Jira software, Jira Service Management. What we're going to see when we're looking at Confluence, some of its features, um, you're going to see it's flexible, it has lots of options, and hopefully you'll see some things that interest you from in there. I'm always curious why some are joining this. Uh, Maybe you are a Atlassian data center uh, client right now, and you're making your plans to migrate to the cloud solution. We're helping a lot of our clients to do that process. And you want to see what's different, what's new, some of those functions, so that as you're helping your organization make that leap from data center to cloud to get there. Or maybe you actually have another ITSM solution and you are planning to migrate from that solution to Atlassian products. And you just want to see what's available. So those are great reasons for why you might be at this webinar. Let's talk about then, well, what is Confluence? the structure of Confluence. Because the idea is that prior to something like Confluence, the question is, where does your community get their information? And is it a form on an intranet page? Is it an email that we sent you 6 months ago? Is it a phone number that you're supposed to call that's sitting on your desk? It's this document that's sitting in another location. Um, and so what you have is information in various locations, and sometimes it can be a little confusing as to where to get the latest, the most accurate, and the correct information. What Confluence does is your people go to a centralized location, Confluence, and then they get their information either directly from Confluence or maybe it's linked through Confluence. So either way, your people are going to a single location for the right information that they need in order to understand their responsibilities, see the progress of their projects, et cetera, and move forward. Um, the structure of Confluence, well, if you are used to Jira, Jira works in something that was called projects. In cloud, they're now called spaces. And inside of those projects, spaces, you have what were called issues. They're now called work items. And so the container, space, and then the work items, work. Confluence has a similar type of setup. It also has what has always been called space, and then inside of that individual space, that's where your content lives, whether it's pages, and I'll show you some of the other content types that are also available in there. One other picture then. If if Confluence is designed to help your organization communicate, share information, um, report, etc., then who should have a Confluence space? And there's a variety of options here, and all of them may be used within your single organization. Um, the typical ones that we see is a project or a project team will have their space, and that's where they share their updates, their meeting notes, their reporting metrics for stakeholders and C-suite. It could also be a single space that has the team with several projects in it. I'll show you a sample of that a little bit later on. Um, or it could be the department. It could be just the entire IT department, the HR department, accounting, recruiting, etc. That wants to simply manage where they keep their information, how they make sure that the 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 people they serve get the latest and greatest information in a most streamlined possible process. Um, Again, I'm going to mention governance at the end, but as you're going to see this tool, um, it's so extensible that we really encourage that your organization have a committee of governance as to how you are going to actually use Confluence in your organization, naming conventions, that kind of stuff. We'll do that. And then lastly, the default setting for a cloud instance of Confluence is that you can have a personal space, and that can be a place where you store current working items. Your organization may be using some of the crowdsourcing elements of this as well, where you have blogs that your leadership writes that people can follow, etc. Um, and so that's also a place where that you can have those. So all of these are possible. It's a great discussion to have with the organization as to what to do next. Um, we're going to see the content living in the space. We're going to see the content being linked to spaces. We're also going to see how Confluence wants to help us to um, format content, also help us navigate through content. And so there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So here I am. Actually, this is a space itself. And in full disclosure, this is a Jira Cloud Premium license, which does have a couple of extra features that are not on the standard license. So things like calendars, analytics. This is not Google Analytics, but it can show you hit points on how many people are hitting your pages, who's reading, who's adding content. And I will tell you that they are planning some type of analytics product for the standard licensing, and that's going to happen sometime in the future. Um, Over the last year or so, um, AI has become a huge involvement in Atlassian products, and their AI tool is called Rovo, and we're finding we use it more and more every day to help us accomplish what we need to do with not only Confluence, but with Jira and JSM and other Atlassian products. There's also automation rules that can be created here to help you um, automate those repetitive tasks, et cetera. And again, we'll take a brief look at what some of those things are available. And then a relatively new feature also is not only having information on your pages, but organized like a database itself. And so we'll see what some of those things are too. Um, Last year, uh, Confluence Cloud underwent a pretty severe UI update. Uh, Most of the Atlassian products did this as well. And so, especially if you're coming from a data center background and you have not seen cloud yet, they now have a pretty sophisticated uh, left navigation panel instead of what used to be a series of buttons across the top. So just to get used to that. But let's talk about some of the basic things that this tool can do. So again, it's a wiki style editing tool, very basic as far as easy to use and easy to access some of the features from there. Um, I'm going to open this up in edit mode in just a little bit, but first off, just as you're seeing the page, what is involved here? Well, it always has a title. You can also have a status. Um, it's summarizing how long the read is, and again with analytics telling me how many views this page has gotten lately. Um, but if I open this in edit mode, I just want you to see it's uh, a very useful but easy to access um, menu bar, which can also be unpinned so that it floats as you're moving along with your content instead of always having to go up to the top. But that's an option that you can turn on and off. You're seeing a series of basic text things that you can do. So you have the ability to select from headings, which are great for things like, uh, first off, the overall look and feel of it, but also for things like table of contents and other references from there. Um, your basic text formatting options, bold, underline, italic, etc. Some other options, a basic color panel, a palette if you want to choose from. You can also do bulleted lists, and you can have numbered lists. So here's the headings. So all the basic formatting in text is pretty simple, I think, as far as you move along there. Um, there is a tool called the action item. And what the action item does is, say for in your meetings, you want to see the next steps to take place. This is where you keep your action items. You can actually mention somebody um, by using an @ symbol, and that person will be notified that they have a task assigned to them that they can respond to. You can also set dates for on these as well. Um, the ability to insert images, um, the frequent use of emoji, um, uh, tables, and layouts. So the next thing I want to talk about is layouts. Um, because you not only have just the simple single one column layout of the text, you can also manage the different ways that this text can be structured. And that's using something called layouts. And what layouts can do is you have several different options for how you want to have the text. So you can have 2 columns, you can have 3 columns, you can have a left sidebar, and this one is called the right sidebar, and you can use those as well. Um, so just a great way to organize your information I'll show you a couple more examples of that when we look at some other pages. A table tool, which allows you to insert, using the waffle grid, as many rows and columns as you need to. Also, you can copy and paste tables from an outside resource, and it will paste in as a Confluence page table itself. There is something called macros that we're going to take a look at a little bit as later as well. Again, macros help you format text or content and also help you navigate content. And then you may also have third-party plugins, and those plugins also will be listed under that macro tool, linking, etc. Let me take a look at this table real quick. The table can have a header row, a header column, you can have a numbered column if you need to. You can add and delete additional columns and rows. You have the ability to change the color formatting or to merge or split. So a lot of the basic table functions that you would need within your use itself. But then they've added to be also, again, this is a very basic table, but there are a couple of places where you can create a chart based on the data that's in your table itself. So here's a bar chart. Here's, again, the same information as a pie chart. Very basic, but it is a possibility if you wanted to use that. Similar to other shared location uh, uh, sites, so SharePoint, Teams, Dropbox, etc., where your people have shared access to something that's in the location. Well, Confluence pages, as long as I have the rights to be able to edit a page, then we can have multiple people editing the page at the same time. So they have simultaneous editing available. It allows for you to have, again, more than one person in the active document to be able to edit. For instance, how we use this sometimes is if I am on a client team and during our weekly sync meetings with the client, we might have two of us on the notes page itself. So one is presenting at the time, the other is taking notes, and we can flip back and forth on that. Or one is walking through the agenda, and the other one is watching for observations and action items. So you can actually have more than one person in there. Or you just want to work together to create the next policy page. Well, that works as well. So those are great things that are on there. Commenting. You can comment whether you are in edit mode or in published mode. You simply select the text, you highlight it, and say you want to make a comment. That also displays, let me go back and show you comments at the bottom of the page. So of the published page, you also have the ability to have comments there. They can be threaded comments. If you create a comment, you have the full editing toolbar as well. And so you can make this as visually interesting and organized as you would like in order to make that comment. So again, comments can be either at the bottom of the page for commenting on the total content, or as we've seen here, within the text itself. And so again, if you need to have um, content from there to discuss. Let me go back into edit mode and show you some other things. Linking and attachments. Let's do links first. So one of the great tools that I especially think that Atlassian Cloud does, Confluence Cloud does, is how they manage links. When you paste a link onto a page, there is a link tool, but honestly, um, you're going to be able to manage the lazy just simply by copying and pasting the link. But if I'm looking at this, when you paste a link, so this is actually a link to another page in here. And there are three ways that you can display this. There is, actually there's four. There is just the URL. This is what's called the inline, which is a summary name with a link to it. There's another field, another option called the card, which kind of gives you a brief summary of what's going on. And then you can also, in this case, this would be um, the um, um, the other Confluence page. You can actually embed the page, and that speaks to one of the governing guidelines that we talk about, is that your information is going to be in a single location. You manage it in one location, but you might need to surface it in multiple locations. That way there isn't any redundancy. There isn't the possibility or of accidentally having two copies of the same thing. Single location, you link to it in other locations. And so that's how it handles other internal pages in there. It also handles um, links beautifully that are external as well. So again, you also have the idea of you want just the URL, you want the inline, you want the card. These are documents from a shared location. For instance, and this Google Doc um, um, is in a Google Drive folder, and again, I could potentially, without having to even leave, and I'm noticing here my embed didn't it needs to be addressed, but if I'm embedding a page, what can really happen here is that without having to leave the Confluence page, I could view, and if I have edit rights, even edit a document that's living outside, but because it's linked, you have the ability to be able to do that. Um, and then lastly, um, when you choose to link to media files, so Confluence understands, is able to recognize those things. So in this case, this happens to be a YouTube video from our YouTube channel. Maybe you've got your video server that is behind your learning management system videos, and you want to surface one of those videos in this particular place. Again, it's not living in Confluence, but it's linked to it. And with the smart link, you can actually do it that way. I do want to show you one more quick thing before well, no, I won't. There is a new content type called a smart link, and I'll show you the smart link in a little bit. I'm still in edit mode. I want to stay here for a little bit more. But it actually it behaves as its own page where you view the content, and so you can, in this case, this is embedded onto a page. In this case, it can become its own page. So that's the linking. Obviously, there are times when you do need to actually attach items to the page in Confluence. And there's a couple ways that that can be done. First off, this is, again, another two-column layout. And here we have inserted an image, and the image has a couple of things. You can add a caption in case you need for people that are using screen readers, have alternate text. You also have the ability to affect the size of this. It's fairly flexible. And in this case, there's also a word wrap option. And so this is wrapping to the right of this paragraph. You have a word right or left. So not bad formatting options for an image. Here, this is a macro um, called the PDF macro. And what it does is it displays the file that you uploaded to this page, but it displays it in a manner that you can simply just view it in your on the screen itself, or you have the ability to download, etc. You don't have to have your macros displayed on the page at all if you don't want to. There is a macro called the attachments macro. So where all of the attachments you've added to this page can be displayed in this select list option, and so you can actually see then what the status is. You can view get a preview. You can download it from there. Depending upon how you use this macro, you might also choose to allow others to update uh, new attachments to this particular site. One of the ways that we use this, and I'll show you when we get to the to my our engagement our engagement board page, and that is this idea of, because the page is active and it's showing the most recent information every time. Well, if you wanted to capture a snapshot of that particular page, one of the options would be to export this entire page as a PDF. And then we could simply attach that here. And I'll show you that list, how we use that from there. I've said the word macro quite a bit, and I've tried to take some of the sting out of it. Again, it really is about formatting content or helping to navigate content. And that's how Confluence uses the word macro. First, if you're not highly technical, sometimes that can be an intimidating term, and Confluence doesn't mean that at all. And so macros help you visualize the information in different ways. So this is just some of our favorites. This is called a panel macro, and it comes with these um, 5 different options. So success information, warning, note, but also just simply um, it's a color background behind the text. And so if you're just looking for visual options, you have that on there. And what else can I do with this? Well, I have the ability to change this to those different options. I can have my own emoji, I can have no emoji, or I can change the color. And again, a limited color palette, but some options as you want to do that. So that's called the panel macro. The status macro, this is another fun tool that we like to use, um, where it's what Atlassian calls a lozenge. So basically it's just a formatted box around text. And we use this when we're doing status updates on different levels of our project. And so we will have something like, on track or in progress or, done, whatever would suit your needs as you do that. So that's what those macros can do. This is one of our favorites. It's called the expand macro. The expand macro allows you to um, hopefully manage some of the vertical scrolling that can take place on the pages. Um, but it can be, the information is still important, but you don't always need to see the information. Maybe you've got a list of policies, and you just say, okay, here's the PTO policy. Here is the communication policy, and you just simply have the name, and then you expand it to see how that list is going on there. Um, we often use the expand macro for things like for our client engagements, we might put the statement of work in there so that everybody knows exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and that makes sure we're in sync with that. Um, or whatever. But again, a great way to help manage vertical scrolling within your pages. Other macros are talking about navigation. And so a simple one, the table of contents, a page tree. If you want to see what pages are in this space or another section of the space, or even another space that you have access to, page tree is a great little tool. Um, there's many others. I'll just, we don't have time to cover all those. But I now want to talk about the macros that help Confluence integrate with Jira, because again, that's one of the big selling points of why you would need to have Confluence if you're going to have Jira and Jira Service Management, for all that matters. I love how this deals with this is just like I did up above with the other links. This is a link to a work item in a Jira space. I go back to DC language, a issue from a Jira project. Okay. And this is just pasted. Well, watch this. if I look at this, I have the ability to embed the entire issue onto the page. And if I have rights to edit this particular issue, I can actually move this along the workflow or add comments or do other things. All the stuff that I would do is if I had gone to Jira myself. Um, I it assumes a Jira license, by the way, but if I have access to it in Jira, I can put a link to it here in Confluence and have interaction with it. This is that um, same link as a card. You can also do it as the other options. I really kind of like the embed or the card one from there. By the way, that's the direction from Jira. You can also make you can make them from Confluence to Jira, and I'll try to show you that before the end of our time as well. It's just a matter of it's like making a comment. You select text, and then you choose to make a Jira uh, um, a Jira work item. This is another couple of macro options for how to display Jira content. This is what's called an issues list. I don't know if they'll change the name or not, but it's based upon a search in Jira, and then that search then can be displayed onto a Confluence page itself. And um, they are linked. Um, they don't they don't allow you to edit from here like you did the embedded one, but it's a pretty nice tool to see what's going on. And then that very same search is being used on the right-hand side in a pie chart macro. There are several chart options to show you, um, and just a great tool for doing that. Let me go to a published page and quickly show you in published, you have the ability to select, but then also create a a Jira work item. Also, since I'm no longer in publish mode, I want you to see this actual page. This is called a smart URL, and there are hundreds and hundreds of types of content you can use a smart URL for. So this one is again a um, a YouTube video, but if you've got a Trello board, if you've got a Miro board, if you got any number of different things that can display that you don't have to um, um, attach to your pages, it's still living in wherever that third party resource is. But it's a great way to display those things. Anyway, okay, so um, so that is a lot of the formatting options, and that's just simply a page itself. Um, and so hopefully you're seeing some flexibility, seeing some options, and out of this example page. Let me show you another way that this possibly how we can use it and how we do use it sometimes with our client engagements. And so what I want to do is I want to take you to another space that's using all of these things and what does it look like in a practical application. So here we go. This is um, a client engagement page. And first off, I want to show you some layout options as to how this got done, because the question begins then, as I've alluded to at the beginning. Um, the work lives in Jira. The work lives in Jira Service Management, but how you report and how your organization gets information about that work in Jira, this is could very well be in Confluence itself. And the reason we like using Confluence for reporting is that you not only have the information from Jira, but you can also give them context, give them um, the ability to not only see the information, but uh, reflect on the information. What are your thoughts on it? What are your actual team comments on this thing. And so let me break this down. Again, this is using a lot of the same, all the features that we saw on our first page of formatting text, layouts, tables, attachments, all that kind of stuff. So what is this? Well, this is a two-column layout. And on the left-hand side, this is simply a table. And the table, there is that status button to let me know what's going on. This is a Confluence premium um, list called calendars. And the calendars can either be um, a calendar that's in Confluence, or you can also link to, if you have another shared calendar, as long as you have the right link to get to it, you can display it there. How we use it is for our Valiantys team and the client engagement team. We will put up on our one of our main pages um, this calendar so that we can mark either significant dates in the engagement, or just to let people know when we're going to be out of the office, etc. And so it's just a great way to keep those, or certain events that are also in there. So it's a great tool. Um, I don't know if those of you that are coming from a Jira background and you have Jira Premium, you have a tool called Plans, formerly called Advanced Roadmaps. And with the plans, you can embed a view of the plan. Now, it's not editable, but you can expand to see the contents of it. It's a really nice tool to be able to display that. And again, as long as the viewer of the page has a Jira license, they can see this content as well. But it's a great way to make that uh, uh, to bring that information from Jira to a place where your stakeholders, your PMO, um, whoever is might be needing to view that information. And then this is just another series of that Jira issues list. And so a search list is looking at these issues, these work items in this space in Jira, and it's just simply displaying it. And so we will do this often for our weekly sync to say, okay, what's been done since this week? What's still in progress? What do we plan to work on? So that they can see those things. Here's another idea of examining work items in our space. And this is saying, based upon different approaches or different views or different actions we might take upon this. And so here's one looking for items related to training. And then here on the right-hand side, again, is the exact same filter displayed as a pie chart, IA, etc. And you can see all those options. Here is that panel macro again. And then here is the attachments macro so that I can see previous meetings, or I can see whatever else I'm leaving there. Notice I have the ability to download all of them if I want to. So that's putting it all onto a page itself. I just wanted you to see how we might be structuring this as an IT consulting team with a client. And so we'll not only have this overall project dashboard, but then we might have a page for who is involved, the team members, contact information. If this project is involving um, a migration of some sort, or something like that, we're going to make sure we collect the risk registry so that we know the factors, and we want to make sure that we understand and have plans to mitigate those risks prior to making the major changes from there. We'll capture our meeting notes in here, and meeting notes are using a template, which kind of, let me just mention that there are, gosh, I want to say over 140 templates that Confluence has, that so that you don't have to just start with a blank page. You can choose from a variety of templates. What has happened is that companies that have been using Atlassian, using Confluence, wanted to use some of their own content in there, and they shared it with Atlassian, and Atlassian has included that in as some of their templates. You can also create your own templates as well from doing so. But a great way to see that, then there's all, the different meeting notes, et cetera, from there. Okay. Um, and then this is also where we might be documenting our project with the client itself. What are we doing? And so what is the solution documentation? Maybe we're doing a Jira migration or Jira upgrading. So we want to have the initial configuration. What other apps are you using in your instance? What other integrations do we need to map to, third-party tools, et cetera? And then we might have our agile team playbooks. If we're practicing Scrum or Kanban, we might want to have the agile practices on there. Again, just a great place to document what all we're doing. We'll also create the run book for the migration itself, and it's all housed in this one space so that people can find what they're looking for. Um, so this is an IT example. Um, let me show you a non-IT example. It's going to have a lot of the same things, but I just want to just to show you that this is not just an IT tool. It can be utilized in more than one option, um, and it's a great way to include your larger organization uh, into the uh, into the Confluence environment. So let me switch to another space. So here again, this is the marketing team, and the marketing team, they're using that page tree. They're using a macro called recent updates. And so that's the first thing you get to on the page. They're using another template that Confluence adds called the homepage team. This is just a couple of layouts with formatted text, and just really see how visual you can make it. They also have their dashboard, which has a lot of similarities that that previous one had. But this one is actually using 5 different teams. And then on this project dashboard, this is uh, grabbing content from each of these individual pages and summarizing that information on this particular page. And then here is the portfolio view. Again, another plan view. But then each team has their own projects. And again, they might have a similar setup to what you saw on the engagement page. Again, with the calendar, this is a Jira issue, um, status buttons, filters that are placed as issue filters, work item filters, or charts. So you're seeing a lot of similar items here. And they're also using the meeting notes um, um, template as well. But I mentioned when I showed you that YouTube video that was using what's called a smart link. Well, here is a smart link to a Miro board. Now, Confluence has added whiteboards to their instance, and so you may find that you a lot of your what you traditionally used to use a whiteboard a third-party application for can be done in Confluence. But if you need to, you can simply use Miro. Here is a Trello board. Trello is another product by Atlassian that's a very straightforward uh, board-based pull uh, pull strategy. So you just drag issues across your board from here. Um, they've actually added quite a bit of functionality to this that especially non-IT teams, you might find this a valuable tool to use. Actually, several of my colleagues at Valiantys use a Trello board personally. It's how they manage their own personal to-do list and track their items. So that's a Trello board. Um, here is just a page, and that idea of embedding documents. So these are again living off of a Google Drive Google folder. This again, remember this could be a SharePoint or a Teams folder or something like that. And again, depending upon your rights, if you have rights to just simply view it, you can view the content. If I have rights to edit this content, I can edit it here, and it's being updated in its location itself. So another great use of embedding there. This is that database page. Now, again, you're taking information and sorting it by lots of different options. The different blocks have what type of fields you're adding, text, media, number, etc. And this allows you to uh, uh, manage this. This is simply a database view of a Jira space. But notice from here, I can add new items. I can view items. I can rank. In other words, move them up or down as far as order of importance. And I'm actually doing it in the Jira space as I'm doing that. This does allow me, I don't think it'll, no, but again, some basic things that are here. Um, Let me scroll further. Whiteboards. This is the Confluence whiteboard solution. And I will tell you that um, they've really been enhancing the capabilities of doing these things. And so there's options to um, add a variety of content from there. A lot of things that if you are using a whiteboard solution, you'll see there's several templates that you can use from in there. Linking this or connecting objects on your whiteboard to actual Jira issues, um, Jira work items. And so there's a lot going on here that you might explore. I will say that whiteboards are available in standard, but they don't have as many features, number of whiteboards that you can have available, number of whiteboard editors, etc. But there is whiteboarding even in the standard edition, just to let you know about that. Here is that calendar feature. Again, this comes with Confluence Premium. So you create it on one page, and then we just embed it in the dashboard page once we've created it. So you can kind of, again, you can see different items. People can add new items to this, um, and they can view that from there. And then again, this is that smart link to a a video from our channel. So I'm hoping you're seeing that um, this can really be a great tool for your reporting purposes. It's customizable. It's flexible. Um, we can and we can then manage how people view Jira data. And so we're making it consumable. We can make it interactive, um, and we're we're giving them the information with the correct context to help them uh, move forward with that particular information. And you'll also, I mean, and you've seen it's really easy to update those things. Now, in reality, your working teams in Jira, they may or may not come to Confluence as much because they're going to have their own. They have their board, they have their reporting, they have their dashboards in Jira itself. And so maybe a lot of the day-to-day workers are going to be in Jira, but uh, this is just a great place for your leadership to come and see what's going on, what's the progress of our projects overall movement forward within our organization. I'm reviewing my notes to make sure I got this. One. Um, so I'm hoping you've seen this, and I hope it's been valuable. Give me a moment to um, talk a little about our company. Valiantys, again, is a platinum solution partner with Atlassian. We're also the largest platinum solution partner in North America and around the globe. We have consultants. I don't think the sun sets on Valiantys, and so which means that we can likely have people available to you in or near your time zone to help work with those things. Um, what else do we do at Valiantys? Well, um, near and dear to my heart is we provide training um, every Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time. What you're seeing here is we have a number of webinar topics that we offer, and this one happens to be the introduction to Confluence. We have several different topics that we can go to. So the same way that you found this one, um, there are other topics. They're free. They're about an hour long, and hopefully can be very informative to you as far as what can do. What else can we do? Well, we can help with your different practice areas. Atlassian has started to structure themselves as to being uh, a real the your enterprise service management IT consultancy. That's really what they want to move toward. And so we at Valiantys are moving in that direction too. So yes, we primarily focus on Atlassian products, but we work with integrating with several other different products that are in there. And so we can help you with a lot of those things. So yes, ESM, uh, IDSM, help you with asset management if you want to control your company's assets, and assets could be, it could be technology, it could be locations, it could be people, as far as how you want to make sure that it's structured properly and be aware of how it's being used. Um, but this learning page, um, this is where you can see your next webinars, and here they are. And as you click on a title, it'll tell you when the next one is available. We also have private training that we can do, or public training. We actually have available a a 1 day Confluence boot camp that we could uh, offer for your company if you'd like. So the stuff that you've seen me doing, we actually do it in a hands-on environment where you actually get to look and see and touch and work with a sandbox environment so that you can practice those things. And then we have public trainings. We have a 3 day Jira boot camp that we provide publicly. We can also do it privately. We have a 2 day Jira service management boot camp. We have a Rovo boot camp. We have another coding boot camp. There's several that are out there that if we can offer some help to you here, yeah, the Forge boot camp, we'd love to be able to offer that. We do the large part of what we do is we can help you with licensing of your Atlassian products. We can also just simply help consult. Once you've gotten the products, you want to implement, you want to organize, you want to structure, you need to migrate from one tool to another. We do a lot of that as well. And then we have a team of full stack developers that if you need um, if you need Jira to speak to this other tool that you have in your organization, and it needs to work seamlessly, we can help with that. In fact, Valiantys has created several products over the last few years that are award-winning products from there. So just to give you a couple ideas about what we can do. Um, and then this is our YouTube channel. We're creating content all the time. And one of the things that my nerd colleagues, they love to learn and they love to share. And so there's a lot of great content that's on here. So um, I want to take the last couple of minutes just to make sure that um, we are covering all the points that we hinted at. Um, and then also need to jump into a couple other things on uh, the admin side here, but governance. And I've used that word a couple of times. Governance is a very near and dear topic to us at Valiantys because you have these incredible tools, but if you don't take the time to structure how you're going to use the tool, then the end result is, as one of my colleagues says, amplify the dysfunction of before. So, um, and we offer a couple of options in governance. One, we can just simply spend some time talking to you about it. Um, we have a 1 hour presentation. We have a 3 hour kind of boot camp kind of thing, uh, where we can just give you the concepts and ideas that you need to think about when you're going to implement Confluence in your organization itself. There are two basic things that we're trying to avoid, by the way, and that is um, um, standardization, and then uh, so that helps a lot. Standardization helps reduce duplicate content because what happens is your users will go to look for something in Confluence, not see it exactly as it's worded, and so they'll create essentially the same thing and put it somewhere else. And then you have the possibility of confusion or duplicated content. And so having standardizing like things, naming conventions, uh, page structure, space structure, et cetera. And then secondly is permissions. Who is going to create that content? And those are deep questions that we ask with you to think about to maybe help you move forward with that. Again, you can reach out to us. We'd love to help you with that. Um, Let me show you off of our YouTube channel. Um, if you go to the videos section, right now, our very first video is on governance. It's the webinar that's offered on Thursdays, and our we have several that are high qualified in this. But it's um, a great time for and no obligation if you need to introduce this to your stakeholders, your decision makers, etc. Um, this particular webinar also is recorded. And so if you, again, need to share in again, no stress, no obligation option from there. So this particular webinar will show up on our YouTube channel probably in the next day or two to have that. So if you need someone else to see that from there. Um, Gosh, I have spoken a lot. Um, I'm seeing some things in the chat, how you can find me, how you can find us, if you have questions that are on there. Um, okay, and I don't see anything in the Q&A. That's fine. That either means that you're just overwhelmed by how quickly I talk and how much I try to share in a short amount of time. Um, I'm hoping that this has uh, given you the um, the assurance that uh, Confluence is uh, a great tool for documenting, for reporting, for knowledge management, um, and just overall um, managing how your organization gets its information and how it functions moving forward. Um, and that's really what we hope that this will do. If this sparks a conversation with us, we'd love to have that. You see our contact information that's in there as well. Um, Please reach out to us. We love to talk about just having that first conversation. Um, See if Valiantys can be of any service to you. Um, Again, I showed a lot in a short amount of time. I My name again is Tony Hartsfield. a consultant with Valiantys, and you have just completed our introduction to Confluence webinar. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.